Namah Shivaya, Baba Shri Shivaya, Swaha. Ellam Valla Baba Shri Siddhaya, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya, Arunachaleswaraya, Namah Shivaya, Baba Shri Shivaya, Swaha. Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya, Arunachaleswaraya, Namah Shivaya, Baba Shri Shivaya, Swaha. Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya, Arunachaleswaraya, Namah Shivaya, Baba Shri Shivaya, Swaha. Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya, Arunachaleswaraya, Namah Shivaya, Baba Shri Shivaya, Swaha. Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya, Arunachaleswaraya, Namah Shivaya, Baba Shri Shivaya, Swaha. Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya, Arunachaleswaraya, Namah Shivaya, Baba Shri Shivaya, Swaha. Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya.
Hello, everyone. Let me just check my settings. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. This is such an amazing time that we have. So this webinar is focused on how to connect with Dr. Pillai for his most powerful power time of the entire year, which is his birthday. So what I'm going to do is go through a few different topics today. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. So on this webinar, we're going to cover why now, why would you connect with Dr. Pillai now? What are the benefits? The miracle mantra, which some of you may have known from many years ago, but is basically been renewed and revisited by Dr. Pillai. You're going to hear an audio released to the public for the first time today. I will do a demonstration on how to perform an avatar Aarti to connect more deeply with Dr. Pillai. And then we'll just refresh through what you should do on his birthday to make sure you're making the most of that time. Then we'll talk a bit about Dr. Pillai's compassion and how he wants you all to come to India with him virtually and how you can do that. how you can actually be connected with him all the time. And then we'll open up for questions and answers. So if you have any questions, just jot them down and I'll get to them after we're done with the presentation. So welcome, welcome, welcome. What an amazing period we have with Dr. Pillai's birthday coming up in just a week. So for those of you who don't know, it's February 1st and he will be turning 71 years old. So why do you want to connect with a master and why is this particular time most important? Well, first of all, birthdays are little windows of opportunity that give you access to energy for the person who's been born on that particular day. So if it's you, you have a power time on your birthday. It's when you are more open, you are more able to receive perhaps more light, you can connect with others more deeply, you can share yourself and your soul in a way that you can't do on other times throughout the year. So we have this time where Dr. Pillai makes himself available. And what the difference is when a master makes themselves available, because they already have so much more energy and power that is available to more people. And who's it available to? You, the people who are connecting with him. It all happens through the heart center. If you're connecting with Dr. Pillai through the heart, he is connecting right back with you. That's where like the plug is. So like I said, we're going to get to the techniques on how you can do that more effectively, but really just being in love with him is the most profound way to do it. Everything else is secondary. So everyone has an opportunity to connect with Dr. Pillai through their power of love. Particularly devotion or surrender are very, very potent ways to connect with a master, but not everyone is there, right? So if you can be surrendered and in devotion and bhakti mode, then that is opening up so many more channels for the connection to happen. So why now? Birthday, big power time. Dr. Pillai himself said it's the most important time, most powerful time of the entire year to connect with him. So when he says things like that, we really don't want to miss it, especially folks who are students of his. And like I said, because he's a master and he has this abundant energy, this is our opportunity to really tap into that. And then why do you want to tap into the energy of an enlightened master? Well, guess what? They have mastered material and spiritual workings, energies. And we have not yet, but we still have our divine essence, who we are. Everyone is God and goddesses. But when we connect with someone who has more advancement, who is more in tune with divine flow, we get to like plug into that. And oh my gosh, this is the biggest blessing, because the majority of people on earth don't really know about this, or maybe not are connecting with it, and some do, and that's beautiful. And you can see there's miracles around the connecting with an enlightened master, because of the benefits that you get. Your life can become more at ease. You can understand the workings of karma and feel more peaceful. You can have better relationships because you're in an easier, enlightened kind of spiritual flow. Finances, learning about the material world and how it's really just something that arises from the inner world means you can master your material life if you like. And of course, the spiritual aspect of being able to have high experiences when you're plugged into a master who has high experiences all the time. I've seen Dr. Pillai and his different homes and on India trips where he is just literally absorbed in bliss. And when he's absorbed in bliss, we get the benefit of that. And like he mentioned recently about being in silence and how that's going to benefit us, the deeper he goes into his spiritual states, the more energy he has to give to us. So we want to support him in his deepening of his own practice and immersions, because ultimately it also comes back to us, because like I said, if you're plugging in to him, then that's where the energy comes back to us. Okay, so what's the news about this miracle mantra? So like 2 decades ago or so, Dr. Pillai had a miracle mantra, and that's what it was called. And he released it to the world. And then recently, I knew I was going to do this webinar, and I knew I wanted to help people connect with him. I asked him humbly, what can people do? what mantra do you want us to focus on right now? Because if you've been around, you know that there's a lot of mantras, there's a lot of teachings that happen and things that come and go. And so what's in the moment right now is the most powerful. And so what we want to do is ride that wave. Like, what is Dr. Pillai doing now, and how can we get into it so that we are riding that wave with him? So I asked him, what is it? I thought maybe it was the Mula mantra, or maybe it was something else. And he sat and thought, closed his eyes. I don't know if he was thinking. He closed his eyes, and he said the miracle mantra. And I was like, oh, would you record something? Can you give us something about that? And he said yes. So I'm so grateful that he's given us this great gift. And now I'm going to play for you what it is that he had recorded that day, so that we have the benefit of hearing directly from him on this. So let me just switch my screen over so that we have it. And now I will play this audio. Okay, maybe not. Hold on a sec, guys. I don't know why. Sound was just working. I'm going to try something else. Please bear with me for a moment, but I literally was just playing this. Sound is on. Okay, well, we're going to try another method and hope that this works. Just give me a few more seconds, almost there. Nope, that's not working either. Oh my goodness. Sorry, folks. I don't know why.
Shilishwaraya
Okay.
Namah Shivaya Baba Shri Shivaya Madurai Siddhaya. And that will bring miracles. So the miracle mantra is Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya Somasundara Rajadi Rajaya Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya Baba Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Yellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya Somasundara Rajadi Rajaya Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya Baba Shri Shivaya Namaha. You go on playing this miracle mantra. Although you may not understand the meaning of it, which I am going to explain to you, it doesn't matter. But what is important, the most important thing, is the sound waves arising out of the Tamil and Sanskrit words which go to compose this miracle mantra. As I said, it is about my previous incarnations, and these incarnations are very helpful even in this age of great challenge. And particularly for those of you who have been following me, it will be liberating. So the meaning, Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya. In the place of Madurai, which was the capital of the Pandya kings, Lord Shiva himself came in the human form, and two human forms. The first one as a Siddha. A Siddha is a miracle maker, similar to a yogi. And this Siddha who came to the earth plane performed miracle after miracle after miracle. So to call on his energy is to participate in the miraculous consciousness. We need miracles. We don't want the same kind of reality in our life and that is not fulfilling, because you enter a job and then retire in the job, and then there is no challenge, there is no adventure in it. Or you lose a job and get another job, and then you end up in nowhere. You need miracles. So the recalling of my incarnation as a Siddha would be useful. Ellam Valla Madurai Siddhaya. Then another incarnation of mine, again in the city of Madurai, as Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya. At that time, my human birth was to become a king of Madurai. But the king of kings, Soma Sundara Rajadi Rajaya, this will give you royalty consciousness. Arunachaleswaraya is referring to the Mount Arunachala, the Mount of fire, the Mount of attention, the Mount of miracles, the Mountain of miracles. It is the most powerful of all the mountains in the universe, because it is the mountain of Shiva. Shiva himself becomes the mountain. Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya is the mantra to call on Shiva. Baba Sri Shivaya, that was, Baba is one who removes papa. Papa means karma, bad karma. Baba Sri Shivaya, that was my name when this mantra was revealed. I was called Baba Sri Shiva, that was my name. And then it changed to Dattatreya Shiva Baba and all that. So I'm going back to that because, again, that is not my decision, but there was some inner compulsion, a force wanting me to reveal this all to you so that you will have miracles during the time of challenge. So Ellam Balla Madurai Siddhaya Somasundara Rajadi Rajaya Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya Baba Shri Shivaya Namaha. I want you to use this and with faith. Faith is important. With the meanings floating in your mind space, then the soul will do the miracles. God bless.
So that was Dr. Pillai's message for us, and message more specifically for his birthday and how we're going to use this to connect with him. So now that you have this revisited, revised miracle mantra, what do? So you want to repeat it as often as you possibly can. There's a YouTube video. I think the link is going to be put on this page here. You can just play it all the time. It's set to music. You'll notice one difference at the very end. In the original miracle mantra, he says swaha. In this one, he says namaha. Either one is fine. The video that's on YouTube does say swaha. So if you put that on repeat, I think it's 108 times. So it's quite a long. Put that long video, you can put that on and listen to it. We will make a video of what you just heard, a separate video, so that you'll have that as well. I want you to be able to listen to the meaning, because at the end he said listen to it, but also have the meaning swirl around in your mind. This gives us the understanding and kind of an access to the deeper meaning of these words, which is why they were created for us to be using to tap into these lifetimes that Dr. Pillai has, these powers that he has, the location like Arunachala, all of these the symbolism and the power objects inside of this mantra. We want to be able to integrate them into our consciousness as much as possible. So listen to it, repeat it, sing it. You can write it if you want to get ambitious. And then now I'm going to show you another thing that you can do while you repeat it to make it even more powerful. So here you go. Excuse my little kind of little setup here. And the lighting in the back is not super supportive. So you're going to have a picture of Dr. Pillai. There's plenty of them on the internet to download, and hopefully we have some. If not, we should put some high resolution ones on the site so that you can have access to them. Print them, frame them, any size will do. I have little tiny ones as well that I keep with me for travel purposes. This happens to be the one that usually sits on my desk. You'll just need a very simple setup, a picture as well as a candle or a ghee lamp. Either will do. Now, once you have the picture in the lamp, you will basically connect Dr. Pillai. One of the things he mentioned is if you look at his eyes, and this picture is a little dark, so it's not a great example, but no, definitely not a great example. If you look into his eyes when you have a picture of him, this is the way that you're connecting even more powerfully. So you're going to look at the picture, make a connection with him with your heart center. And if you want to say a little prayer to Ganesha, you can do that. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha, please remove all obstacles from my connection with Babaji. Allow this connection to be deep and lifelong. And you can chant any other mantras you want, but because he told us to use this one, we're going to use this one today. Om Lam Bala Mare Siddhaya Somasundara Rajati Rajaya Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya Baba Shri Shivaya Namaha. And as you can see, I'm holding this with my right hand and showing the light. So you show the light basically in a clockwise direction to the picture. So this is the way you do it. Let's just do one more time. And this way it gives you an opportunity to connect with himself. Om Lam Dala Mare Siddhaya Soma Sundara Rajati Rajaya Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya Baba Shri Shivaya Namaha. And then you do that a few times. You can do it 9 times, 27, 3, 54, 108, whatever it is, and then leave the light there. So that's what we call avatar Aarti. It's a way to bring light to into the offering, and that light again helps with the connection between you and Dr. Pillai. Babaji right there. Okay, so, and you might have known that this is what's also done with archetypes, gods, goddesses, and in most religion, a candle is used to create some sort of connection, even in churches, right? Look at all the candles that are used and prayers that are created. Light creates a connection with the divine. It also is obviously fire. Fire connects. If you look at the Namah Shivaya mantra and the connection to the chakras, Na is the lower chakra, Ma is the lower chakra, and those are earthbound, right? Earth and water. She is the middle, and that is fire. And then up here we have air and ether. So the fire is in between heaven and earth, in between physical and non-physical. It is the way we get to connect with divine beings. So they're up there in ether, and we're down here in the earth in physical form, but the light transports. The light and the fire connects. It makes these connections more powerful and more impossible. So that's why we use fire. Okay, so how else can you connect with Dr. Pillai? So what you should do on his birthday is use it as a special day of prayer. And of course, it depends on practicality, if you're working or whatever, but you should use this as a very special time. Make sure you're showered, maybe put some sacred ash on, allow yourself and open yourself up to him. And it doesn't matter what time zone you're in, just from basically the 31st through the 1st is a really good time, because Dr. Pillai will be in India for his birthday. So you'll want to be opening yourself up. You can set up a little an altar with him, with Ganesha, with this light to make the Aarti. Have your miracle mantra either ready to play all day long or in a phone that you can play all day long, and the picture. So you'll want to do the avatar Aarti at least once, if not twice, in the morning and the evening, or in the midday, whatever works best for you. You'll want to be chanting the miracle mantra all day. You want to put it on, play, repeat for the entire 3 days at least, right? From the 31st through the 2nd, just to kind of cover all your bases and really have that energy, that profound energy connection. It's a really perfect time to give gratitude to Dr. Pillai. What has he given you? It's not the best. I mean, in this moment, we want to just be so thankful for how he has impacted our lives, for what he has given the world freely. I mean, there's 1,000 YouTube videos. There's 60 online courses. There's so much content that he's put out in the world, and freely, to be able to be shared. So many powerful techniques are on there. Literally, you could live on YouTube and never have to buy a course and have everything that you need. So he's given his charitable organization where Tripura Foundation is helping the elderly. It's helping children around the world develop their brains better, to become leaders, more intelligent, helping others, build compassion, feeding those in need. There's so much he's given to us individually and the world collectively. So this is an opportunity for us to just be grateful for him. So maybe do something that day in service to him or his people or the poor. Give back in some way. You can make a donation to Tripura Foundation. In fact, there is a generous donor who offered to match up to $50,000 in donations for Dr. Pillai's birthday. I mean, oh my gosh, that's an amazing, amazing gift. Like someone adores and values Dr. Pillai so much, they're matching they're giving 50,000, or they're matching up to $50,000 in funds. So if you were ever going to donate to Tripura, now is the time, because one, it's a way we give back to Dr. Pillai, because he doesn't accept gifts. He doesn't want gifts. Don't send gifts. He wants you to support his charity. He wants you to us to be able to help people. And he doesn't get anything from that charity. It's not like he's taking a salary or anything. There is the, it's our opportunity to help those that he has identified that need support. And so this is the best way to give back to Tripura Foundation. What else? Okay, so you're gonna do the avatar Aarti, you're gonna listen to Miracle Mantra, you're gonna perhaps, if you can, donate to Tripura Foundation so that we can also have the double efforts of the funding, the matching funds. And think about him, pray to him, give gratitude, help others, connect with your communities online, Facebook, YouTube, etc. So that's your big power day. Now, if you want to take it one step further, Dr. Pillai has, in such compassion, has said that he understands a lot of people wanted to be able to go to India but couldn't. And so what he did several years ago, he said, and I'll read this quote. He said, "For those of you who cannot come to India, to the program, I have come up with an esoteric way to bring you there using yogic and tantric technology. I can capture the energy of anyone through their horoscope inscribed on a copper plate. Then I can use your surrogate form, which is the copper plate, and put my energy into it." And what we're doing with these copper plates is, once you register for the birthday proxy program, you will have your horoscope inscribed into a copper plate. This is your surrogate. Dr. Pillai will be personally touching these yantras. They will also be going to every location on the trip, so as if you were personally there. And the first thing that's, one of the first things that will be done is on Dr. Pillai's birthday in Rameshwaram, where he was born. You know, there's these 22 wells. He talks about it quite often in terms of, like, this is the biggest cleansing location in the world, the best way to cleanse your karma. Your plate will be blessed with the water of the 22 wells, as well as the ocean. So your plate will receive its karma cleansing, and hopefully, so if you participate in this, you'll want to be just thinking that you know that this is happening on these particular days, and allowing that energy to affect you, and if you have any experiences here at home. So the yantras will be going with us everywhere. Last year, I was the one carrying them around in a big plate, and it was so much fun. We had just getting them up into the farthest area with the priests and the sanctum sanctorum into the location with the deities. They received all kinds of holy water, flowers, kumkum, vibhuti, everything that was, could be thrown upon them for blessings was. And I would leave everything that came on them as long as possible and take it off to go to the next place, and it would again be loaded up. So those things were energized to the nine. And they'll be in any fire ritual, they'll be next to any fire ceremony that is done, any hydration, all of those. Again, like you are kind of going there with us. Now on the trip, we will be live streaming 2 or 3 sessions with Dr. Pillai. Definitely the one on his birthday for 2 hours, and then most likely another one in that evening for 1 or 2 hours, and the day before perhaps for 1 hour. That really depends on our timing. So you'll be receiving him for about 4 hours in live video streaming when you participate in the proxy program. So that's another way that you can just be in tune with whatever is he's saying, all the messages that he's giving, and his, of course, empowerment and darshan, the energy that he gives through the screen right to us, no matter where we are. So it's a way to connect with him and be attuned with whatever is going on. The other thing that he said, which I think is so beautiful, he said, I am going to help you rewrite your destiny. And through this program with your proxy yantra and the fire labs designed to do that, it can help you a lot and substitute your physical presence of being there with me. And he says, I will, once your proxy yantra is there, I will be with you spiritually, wherever you are. One thing is certain, he says, we should end this pain and suffering through the change of consciousness. Not only should we change the consciousness, but enhance it. So he goes on to say, I invite you to participate in this proxy program and change your destiny. God bless. So as you can see, there's a few options for you to join. Obviously, there's all the stuff that I mentioned today that you should do. And then if you're interested in the proxy program, I'm going to review that real quick, and then I'll get to all of your questions. So there's 4 different options for you to join the proxy program. And there's a link on your viewing page if you want to check it out. But I want to explain a couple things because some people don't know what they mean. In all of the packages, there's this very long named Fire Lab. It's Bhima, Rudra, Sapta, Ashtu, whatever. And basically, it's a Fire Lab created for Dr. Pillai's well-being. I had suggested this because I wanted to have a way that we can all give something to him. So we get to sponsor this grand Fire Lab that happens on his birthday on Rameshwaram in his family temple. So the day he was born, where he was born, at his family temple with Rakakshi, this beautiful goddess that he's been renovating this temple for many years now. That is being performed on his behalf. It's for his longevity and health and well-being. Like, how amazing. That's one thing we can do to give back to him. So that's in all packages. And but it's not really explained well on the site. So I wanted to let you know like how beautiful that is, the way for us to kind of give to him. And then of course there's the Vishwamitra temple, which Vishwamitra, this great sage, gave us Brzee mantra as well as the Gayatri mantra. We'll be going there. The video footage the live footage did not work out last year when we tried, so we'll be recording it and uploading it, and you'll be able to have access to that afterwards. But unfortunately, we can't live stream it because it's a remote little village and there's not a good internet connection, so we don't want to disappoint you. But there'll be a hydration, a fire ritual, prayer offerings, and this temple is, hopefully you've seen the pictures, it's just incredible. There's the 3 goddesses, Shreem, Brzee, Varahi, and Angali Fire Lab, and then Dattatreya Shirdi Baba Fire Lab, which is what Dr. Pillai wanted. He personally added that to the mix. So that's the essential package. And in the enhanced package, that's when you get into adding the yantras. Okay, this is where your yantric is created. It goes to all the power spots. You'll also get this brand new little cube of Dr. Pillai's feet. So it's a hologram type of thing, and it's new. We've created them before with his face, with Brzee, maybe with feet in the past, but this is a new version and it looks much better. He more recently let us take pictures of his feet for this purpose. So you'll get that, and those will be energized in the rituals as well. And once you move into the next package, which is Elite, you get all of that stuff, plus a fire ritual at the Rakakshi temple, which is Dr. Pillai's family temple. There's a special tarpanam done on this, a special day for Bhishma, sorry. There'll be a mala, 3 goddess mala, and this is where you receive the live teaching with Dr. Pillai plus the support calls. Okay, so that's in the Elite version. The Elite Plus is basically all of that. In addition, you receive statues, 2.5-inch Angali, 2.25-inch Shreem Brzee statue, and 1.5-inch Varahi statue. The Varahi statue has been out. If you already bought it, you might have one. We sold those late last year. But the small Shreem Brzee and the small Angali statues are brand new. We just created them. Then there's also another Fire Lab for Dr. Pillai on the 11th waxing moon on this day. Now, if you can't do any of those and you just want the live teaching, just click the link below all of the these 4 offers, and you'll get to another page which has just a live teaching program. So it's basically something for everyone and all the different price ranges for affordability. And if you can't afford any of these, please, I just gave you everything you need to do for Dr. Pillai's birthday. So again, from free to starting at 57 up to I think 380 options for your participation. So now let's turn it over to questions and see if you have any. I will go to the chat room. Okay, so Veronica, thank you. She posted the Tripura Foundation a link. That's fabulous. And she also posted the words for the miracle mantra. Now, I have a feeling I'm not seeing all the chats because there was something wrong with my chat view earlier. If Chandra or Alex can please post in Slack the questions, because from chat, I can't actually see them. It looks like I'm just not seeing them all, which happened to me earlier, so I'm not quite sure why. But please, if you've already posted, post again. Any questions you have about what we covered today? I'll go look on YouTube as well. Okay, someone's asking if I'm not sure about my horoscope because I'm not sure about my birth date and time, what other options are there? There's a reconciliation reading that you can have where they can back into a particular date and time that will help identify more closely what it is. And then you get as close as you possibly can and you use that. There's some posts saying that Tyranny, the Kantam, the mantra really helped this person a lot and they're very grateful. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. There's someone asking, please share the link to Miracle Mantra in the description of the video. Yes, we will do that. Once this live video is over, we'll put in the description. Mike Lane's asking, what time is the wash of the yantra? It will happen when the people go to our Meshwaram, which will be February 1st IST morning. So in the how the schedule is going to go, February 1st IST, India Standard Time, I think it's 6 to 8 a.m. will be the live session with Dr. Pillai. Then people will go off to the temple around 11. So your yantras will be washed that day, like in that morning, sometime that day. Yes, you can chant Om before Ilam. He actually does it in the, I think the second round. He starts with, this is the miracle mantra, and he says Ilam Bala. But then the next time he says Om Ilam Bala. So I would start with Om. Okay, and don't forget about Tripura Foundation. We're having a matching gift. I just made a donation as well. I'm very grateful for that matching person so that my money can be doubled. Okay, I don't see any other questions. I'm just looking at YouTube. I get some questions there, which I answered. Any other questions on the chat? Okay, let's see. Okay, here's a good question. It says, I love to participate in all the rituals. However, lately I have been overwhelmed with all the sacred objects I receive. My puja altar is getting crowded. How do people deal with this? That is a really good question. I sometimes give things away, or I sometimes don't order the version with more objects. I'll order the one, the level down, which is more the rituals, and so that I don't get more objects, unless I really want that object. So for example, I really want that little Shreem Brzee statue, but she'll be available on her own too at some point. So if you're not wanting all the little statues, then just don't order that version of the package. And with malas, it's like, you know, I have a huge collection of malas, and I can, if I don't wear them and they're just brand new, I like to give them away to people because they've been energized and they're powerful and they're beautiful. Okay, there's a question. Question says, in regards to donation to Tripura, do we have to do general category for this special match? I believe you have to select the birthday. It says Dr. Pillai's birthday. Select that one. It will go to a general, I'm pretty sure it will still go to the general fund, or it'll be distributed however it's needed to the most at the moment. But I believe if you do select that option, you'll have to double. Another question about the lots of objects. Fran is asking, is there a problem if we don't cleanse all the yantras regularly? I heard the energy can harm if we don't take care properly. One of the reasons why you don't want to get too many sacred objects is because you don't want to leave them sitting, right, without care. So I usually just take on the ones that I know I'm going to use. There are a few that I have had for many years that I don't use. I've packed them in a little box and I put them kind of in my puja table area where like underneath. So they're not being cared for, but I didn't want to release them. If you have stuff that you're not using and you want to release, you can give them away, or you can put them into flowing water or something like that. But yeah, it's better to take care of them as much as you can, but you don't have to be even daily. Just do the best you can, and your love and adoration for them will also help. I know it's a lot to do. We all have to just do the best we can. There's a question, does swaha at the end still count if it's not a fire lab? Yes, the original mantra was swaha, and that's what Dr. Pillai did, and now he shifted it to namaha. But like I said before, you can use either one of them. Swaha is I invoke, right? It's I call upon. So namaha is more I bow down, or I am kind of in honor. So either one is fine. When is the last day to join? We have to finish up all the yantras on the day we're leaving, which is, I believe the cutoff is January 29th. Let me see if it's on the website. Hopefully it is, and it's not. We'll put the countdown up there, and it is going to be basically 6 a.m. IST, if someone can translate that real quick of what it is for another time zone. On the 30th, January 30th, 6 a.m. IST is when our cutoff is going to be. But we'll get that on the site as well. Julie's asking, do we have to do 9 circles clockwise direction when we chant, or just 9 chants without counting circles? You don't have to count circles. That is like, you can do that anywhere. Like if you notice how I was doing it, sometimes I would go around his face, sometimes his whole body. So there's no need to connect the amount of chanting with the amount of kind of circle offerings of the light. Yeah, that can be loosely done however you want to. There's a question of when we'll post the schedule for everything. We will post that. There'll be a viewing page sent to those who register, and that will give you, and then we'll also be sending an email this week, early this week, on when the live streams are and how you access them. So we'll also post like when we're tentatively going to all these temples, but things change a lot on birthday trips. So it's more of just an idea for you to know like generally what days we're going to which temples, so you can tune in inwardly. You can really be there on the journey. So come early this week, we'll send you an email with the links to view for those of you who sign up, and the times of when the live streams are, as well as a general outline of the itinerary, just so that you know kind of generally when we're going to the different temples. There's a question, I have a personal yantra that was done for me. I have it on my altar. Do I need to cleanse it as personally blessed it? You can or you don't have to. So after you order these, folks, and you receive your yantra back, this is your proxy yantra. It's been through everything out there. Dr. Pillai has blessed it. Now you get to have it in your space. You can put it away and let it kind of emanate the energy, or you can leave it on your altar, let it emanate the energy. I leave mine on my altar. Sometimes I even put it underneath something that I want it to like just keep kind of vibrating. I don't tend to cleanse mine, but you certainly can, to keep it energized and kind of continuing to be active. There's a question about when we'll be posting the miracle mantra and the new audio. We'll be posting that on Monday. And when we start to do the avatar Aarti and chanting, you can start that now. You can start that now, but you will definitely want to do it on Dr. Pillai's birthday, which is February 1st. Then Julie's asking, when is Dr. Pillai's birth star powerful? Birth star powerful power day. We calculate it. So yeah, that's going to be, I don't have it offhand. It's going to be later in the month. And that's going to, it looks like that will be, oh wow, I don't know. I have to look that up. But, oh, it's this week. It looks like his birth star birthday for Bhadrapada is starting on the 27th of January, and it'll be also on the 28th of January. So it's this Monday night through all day Tuesday US time. And that's another super powerful day to connect with Dr. Pillai. So thank you for bringing that up. This is Julie, I think it was, this is when you definitely also want to be doing these, chanting this mantra and doing the avatar Aarti, doing the offerings. Crystal said the miracle mantra has created miracles for mine and my family's since we were sent to Dr. Pillai in 2018. That's awesome. I have received so many miracles about the miracle mantra. Literally someone's house was burning down and was saved, like houses saved from hurricanes, like incredible stories. How can you show us what is yantra? If you go to the page, there you will see, I don't know if I can put this in YouTube, probably not, it blocks me, but this is, oh, maybe it will. If you go there, you can see pictures of the yantras and what they look like. Do we have to chant the miracle mantra? You don't have to do anything, but the whole idea of the mantra is to give you a deeper connection with him. You can listen to it. That's another way, because you're listening and you're also accessing the vibration. Just play it 24/7. That will do a lot of good. So you don't have to chant, but if you can also, then that would be great. Someone's asking about events, which is a really good question. There are no events planned that Dr. Pillai personally will be attending, with the exception of this birthday trip and Guru Purnima in July in San Diego, which is confirmed. It'll be July 2nd through the 5th. So just mark your calendars. We'll be sending more details soon. He is also going to be doing mystery schools. That program will start on March 15th. So those are the only programs he's personally going to be engaging with on a regular basis. Birthday trip, mystery school, March 15th, and Guru Purnima, July 2nd through the 5th in San Diego. So yeah, the other ways to connect with him is like this and other programs that come along with from Pillai Center with his recordings and his teachings. Yeah, so if you signed up already for the proxy program and haven't received the schedule yet, that's okay. We haven't sent it. So you don't need to write into the office. We will be sending it to everyone early this week with what the schedule is and how you access the live streams. So you can get yourself ready for it. The question is there any particular hora good for a start this practice? Jupiter hora is for the guru. So Jupiter hora, if you want to pick a hora, if you're really hardcore, then you could do Jupiter hora this practice any day. Crystal mentioned the miracle mantra is on SoundCloud. You can play it continuously on loop. Thank you, Crystal. That's exactly right. Very resourceful. Okay, someone did the math. Crystal also did the math. for the 6 a.m. IST is 4:30 p.m. Pacific time the day before. So, so for example, the call is February 1st. If Crystal's math is correct, and I don't know, if then 6 a.m. is the first, is the live stream. But again, we'll send you those details, so don't worry about that. Okay, anything else? Yes, Michaeline's asking for the Tripura Foundation link to be sent as well. We'll send that in a newsletter this week. We'll also send it to anyone who's participating. We'll post it on the page. We'll get it out there. But just go to tripurafoundation.org/donate, and that's one way you can participate. All right, any other questions? We don't have, Fran's asking for the link for Mystery School. We don't have that yet. We'll let you know once that is available, but we're going to start talking about Mystery School in February and giving you more information, and you'll be able to have it then. Radha's asking, is it too late to change the program and pay the difference? Yeah, you can definitely do that. So if you, let's say you did the enhanced and now you want to upgrade to another one, just write to the office. We'll just, bill the difference, no problem. There's a question for a brief outline of the Aarti to Dr. Pillai. So I did the demonstration. You want a picture, you want a candle or ghee lamp, and you want to then offer the light to hit with your right hand in a clockwise way and chant the miracle mantra. It's pretty simple, but it's really important for everyone to understand what to do. All right, any other questions? If you posted a question and I didn't get to it, please repost it because some of them are moving quickly. Okay, what if you're working and will miss the live stream? Will it be recorded? Yes. This is a live stream video. It'll be recorded. It'll be uploaded immediately after it's finished. So there's no waiting time. It usually, well, there might be a 20 to 30 minute waiting time for the video to process. So, and that'll be held on your Pillai Center Academy site. So when you register, you'll have access to a Pillai Center Academy website, and then your information will be in there, your viewing page, and your basically it's a YouTube live, and that as soon as the video is done with the recording, it's uploaded to your Pillai Center Academy, so you'll have immediate access. Yeah, so don't worry if you can't attend live the sessions. Okay, yeah, and if you're looking for these links, here is the one. I think someone might have already done this, but just in case, this is for the miracle mantra for you folks, and this is, okay, so the links are in both the viewing page and the YouTube for the miracle mantra. Okay, are they evergreen? Yes, so once the programs are finished, then you'll have them forever. They don't expire. And we're having, this is I think the first time we're doing this, we're having 4 follow-up calls with those who participate in the programs, the teaching program, so that you can do the meditations together in group, have access to Pillai Center teachers for support, and really be able to get your whatever he gives that day, because we don't know what it is, the technique, to be able to do it for the month. So we just finished the Awaken Soul program, which was a really great program for the month of January. And it's so powerful to be able to move through an entire month with a group of amazing, supportive people, amazing, supportive Pillai Center teachers, do your meditation, stay accountable, learn more depth and intricacies of the teaching that he gives, because each week we really break down a piece of it so you can understand it some more. And it really helps it go deep versus just kind of like a hit and run for the teaching, which is, you know, what myself included and a lot of people have done in the past, especially because Dr. Pillai does so many things. So this is an opportunity for us to really go deep in the whole month of February. So we'll have the initial, let me look at my calendar real quick. Yeah, we'll have the initial call on February 1st, and then 4 weeks prior. So you have 5 weeks of teachings and support all of throughout February with these new teachings that Dr. Pillai is going to release on his birthday. And who knows what they're going to be? You'll find out. We'll find out. You'll find out when we find out. So there's someone saying some questions on here. This is YouTube on here about whether this will work and when. The person who's responding said, just do it with the purest intention and it works. Trust yourself more than anything else. You deserve better. You deserve happiness. Thank you, Mighty Bubbles on YouTube. Amen to that. If you're not sure if the mantra is going to work or the avatar Aarti is going to work, then just try it with faith, right? Like, it's just a matter of how you are connecting with Dr. Pillai. It's a matter of your devotion. Like I said in the very beginning, the more effective your connection is the more in love you are, the more love and bhakti surrender that you bring to the table. When you have that, that connection is deep, and then things begin to transform. If you don't have that, work on it. Use the mantra and let it wash away the doubts. Let it wash away the fears. Do the avatar Aarti. Let him connect with you and destroy this shield or this negativity that is happening. Okay? Just let him work on you. But if you don't and you say, I don't know if it's going to work, and don't do it, then of course nothing's going to work. You have your answer. Vijay is asking, after I get the yantra, I have to wear it daily, and yantra power and Baba connection permanently available to me. Thanks. You don't have to wear it. It's going to be rather large. It's not like a little one. It's about this big. It's a 3x3. So it's, unless you really roll it up and fold it a couple times, then you could probably put it in an amulet, which you're welcome to do. You could definitely do that, but you don't have to. I've just left mine on my altar. But yes, you get that connection with Dr. Pillai. And to me, the most powerful thing is that this yantra, which is your proxy, is now in India with him and with the group going to all these places. And that's this extra connection that's happening through this divine technology that experience is transforming. Once you get it back, it's kind of a bonus, right? But to me, the most of the magic is happening during the course of the trip. Question for Aarti, we may use Baba's photo in the cube. Yes, so I should have brought it there. I have a cube, and if you have a cube of Dr. Pillai's face with the hologram looking thing, which is really cool, then you can use that also. Those are really amazing. And like I said, this one, this time we're making a new one of his feet. So if you want Dr. Pillai's feet, and when you get that, it's a cube hologram. You can pour milk over it. You can make flower offerings to it. You can show light to it. Another way to connect with the master. His feet represent his divinity. It represents the power he has to bless. It is truly sacred and such a gift to have a hologram, like a 3D image of his feet. This is unheard of, right? Like, this is amazing. So a lot of gurus just give like the symbol of his feet, which is like like little sandals, not the actual representation of them, which is what we're getting this time around. So I'm so excited about that. Someone said, a few weeks earlier, I woke up reciting the miracle mantra. What does that mean? It means you're connected. Great job. Okay, hopefully I'm seeing all of the questions. I have to carry it. No, you don't have to carry the yantra. Crystal said, we did the birthday proxy for my husband last year, and it was amazing to watch the transformations. Thank you, Crystal. That is pretty incredible. Another person on YouTube says, there's absolutely nothing that's worth being a lesser version of yourself. All of Babaji's students and teachers are here, are a living example of this. This is the Guru's intention. Faith can move mountains. 100%. 100%. My life would not be what my life is if it was not for this being. If it was not for this amazingly generous human, and I'm going to start tearing up because there is nothing more touching to me than someone who is so completely selfless. Like, you don't just read this in books about like saints who have lived, but we have with us Dr. Pillai, who is more generous and compassionate than anyone I've certainly come into contact with on this earth plane, and I believe is the most generous and compassionate human on earth, person on earth. And he is fully embodying this God energy and this spiritual energy. And so the more he does go into silence, like he's been talking about, the more blessings we get. We are already so blessed. He has said to people in seminars, you are more blessed than 99% of the people on earth. And we are, because most people don't have a guru. Most people don't have a teacher who is willing to literally give their life energy to us and have us be benefited. He has said so many times that his mission on earth is to end the suffering of humans, and he's living to fulfill that mission. He releases these techniques, these meditations, these technologies for us. And not only that, he has other research he's doing that that most people don't even know about, because he's just constantly occupied with how he can help, how he can change consciousness, how he can help change your finances, your health, your well-being. He is constantly thinking about that and bringing energies and solutions. That's why things change so much with him. That's why there's always a new mantra or goddess or God or being, because he's in constant connection with them and really pulling the energies that are most potent in that moment. And that's why we get on the bandwagon here to be in the moment with him. And that's how we receive the maximum benefits and blessings when we're in the moment with him, because he's in constant communication with the divine beings of what's the most powerful thing to be doing at this given time for your students and for the world. And because we are his students, we get access to that first. And he has that connection with us first because we have that connection with him. Okay, that's how it works. We reach out to him, he reaches out to us, and that connection happens, and it's all in your heart center. Okay, so if you don't have a picture yet, it's a good time to print one. And like we said, Dr. Pillai's birth star birthday is this week, so it's earlier than his actual birth star or birthday. It's Purva Bhadrapada, and it rules the whole day on January 28th, on Tuesday. Any last questions? Someone on YouTube said, I've tried so many audios before, nothing worked, but Baba's mantras are so powerful, specifically the karma removal one. Yes. John is asking about if someone doesn't know their birth star or birth time, will the proxy yantras be effective? Yeah, someone asked that earlier, and I said that what we can do is there's a service where you can rectify. It's called birth chart rectification, I think. And we basically ask a series of questions which back you into a date and time of when you were born. And we get as close as we possibly can. I've heard it's quite effective. And so if you have any questions, just write to office@pillaicenter.com. Say that you're looking to have your birth chart rectified, and we'll hook you up with how to do that. But we'll have to do it quickly if you want to get it done in time for this proxy. Now, if you can't do it, or what the other thing you should do is just your name, because at the very least, your name would be one representation. Your name is also an energy imprint. It's not as powerful as having the full horoscope, but if you want to participate in this in some way, I would just have your name. And if you know your birth star, great. Even if you don't know your whole horoscope, just knowing your birth star also helps a lot. Can we use prasads from other fire labs during this time? Yes. Michaeline's asking, what about a picture on your computer if you are traveling? Absolutely. I have pictures on every device and in my wallet and various places, because you want to be reminded of whether it's gods or goddesses, archetypes, saints, siddhas, holy people, right? You want to be reminded by this energy and keep their powerful picture with you. What is the divine body of Guru that comes to visit on the inner called? The light body. The light body. So when Dr. Pillai comes to you in a dream or a vision, it's his light body. He's sending his light body or his astral body, the non-physical body. Okay, I think I've gotten everything. Question from Alice. Is the Shreem Brzee statue for the birthday proxy the same as the Brzee statue? Yes, it is just a smaller version. So we finally got around to making the smaller version of the Shreem Brzee or Brzee statue, the little Lakshmi with the hood with 3 snakes over her. So I haven't actually even seen the finished product yet, but we were in the process of creating it when I was in India last month. Adriana said, I read a book which teaches how to solve problems and I did it. After 40 days, I found Dr. Pillai on YouTube. So impressed with the teachings, already seen results for the first time in my life. Awesome. I love hearing that more than anything. Thank you so much for sharing. Because like, you know, those of us who've been doing it and can see the benefits, you know, we've been around for a while. I just love, it's my favorite thing in the world to hear new people come on and share their experiences. And there's a beauty in the newness where you can really just dive in, have amazing experiences. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. How to be in Babaji's consciousness always. Mantras, thinking of him, loving him, thinking of him. Just think of him, chant the mantras, fall in love. That's how you're in his consciousness. And be generous, right? Like giving to people in need is an act of, is an act of God. Dr. Pillai talks about how if you feed someone who's hungry, that's more powerful than meditating. We have such huge benefits when we are in service to others. And it's a huge part of his teachings. So remembering that, being generous with yourself, with your time, with your money, and of course, don't overextending yourself, but just to help. We have a heart that wants to be of service. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. It's been amazing connecting with each of you. One last question. How is writing mantras and reciting different? Writing mantras takes the mantra from the ether, from the air, and puts it into physical form. So you're actually taking the non-physical and making it physical, which has a power to it. So writing mantras is very important. I always recommend writing them, especially in the Shreem Brzee and Brzee classes that I teach. You should be writing that all the time. This miracle mantra is a bit longer, but if you're up for it, I would recommend writing that as well. You're connecting more deeply to it. But not everyone has the time or remembers, but if you can, it's really a great resource for you. And of course, then reciting it and playing it on continually is a great way to remember. Okay, folks, thank you so much for being here and joining. I wish you an amazing week. We have the whole week with Dr. Pillai's birth star starting, and then his birthday on February 1st. Sign up for the proxy as soon as possible. I believe the last day is going to be January 29th in the US. So sometime in the evening, probably like 6 p.m. I think it is, but anyway, double check on the website. But sign up as early so you don't miss it, because once that deadline is, we have to finish the Yantras and we have to start moving them on the trip. So it's a very hard deadline. If you have any questions, write to us, office@pillaicenter.com. We'll be happy to help, and have an amazing week. And we asked Dr. Pillai for his blessings as always, and namaste.